What's going on, everybody? We got a super duper special episode, man. You are looking at a bunch of people that love college football, to say the least, including myself. And, today we're going to be talking about all things college football playoffs and the committee. It's been a crazy weekend in college football, college athletics in general, and I felt like we'd be selling ourselves short if we didn't talk about it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We need to talk about this.
We're going to talk about it. And my name is Tristan Hutton. I'm going to be your host for today. This is going to be my last episode ever hosting. This is going to be the last time you ever see this beautiful face. I know you're going to miss me. But we got some good youngins here to hold the fort while in my absence, and I think they're going to do a pretty good job, but we'll save all the sob stories for later. With all that being said, go ahead and introduce yourself.
How about them Canes, baby? It's your boy Jay Scott telling you what's hot, what's not, man. It's going to be a great episode.
It's Wes from the 904. Duval in the building, baby.
Hey, man, it's Eli from Tampa. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it, man. And like I said earlier, this college football weekend was crazy. I think it's been the craziest it's been all season. There's been a lot of crazy weeks this season. But this week in particular was pretty crazy. I want to start by breaking down the college football playoff rankings. And I want to see what y'all think about it. And just go from there. Did y'all watch football this weekend? I hope y'all did.
Yes.
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
Championship weekend? Had to watch.
Had to watch that Ohio State-Indiana game. That was a pretty good one.
That was nuts.
Somebody here on the last episode said that Indiana was going to lose by 30.
Someone did say that. Someone who's losing his hosting job.
Y'all want to at me?
We kicked him off the show because of that.
Y'all kicked me off the show.
Mind you, you just brought in the show.
Mind you.
It's not even just got in anymore. I've recorded 10 episodes. Y'all not going to see none of them.
Well, they are going to see a couple of them.
No.
They're going to see your NFL segment today.
I mean, that's another episode I'm recording. It hasn't even happened yet.
No. I mean like the one we recorded last time.
Oh.
Yeah, look at you.
Oh, well, you know what, man?
Negative.
It's great. It's a great segment because I'm on it.
Okay, man, here we go with foolishness. All right, guys. So, as y'all know, like I said, the college football rankings have dropped, and we have everything here. Oh, you actually have it. I was looking for that.
Yeah.
Flip laptop for me real quick.
Whoa.
I'm going to get Wes's. Here you go. Hold this for me. Appreciate
It's
that, man. You're a good
tiny.
guy. I don't
little
need
guy.
all this extraness, bro.
You won't be using your laptop enough.
All right. So, with number one, we have Indiana.
Deserved.
They
Number
played their
two,
game.
we have
Well-deserved.
Ohio State.
Deserved.
That
Number
makes
three, we have Georgia.
Makes sense.
Number four, we have Texas Tech.
Makes sense.
Now, this is where stuff gets a little shaky. At 5, we have Oregon. 6, we have Ole Miss that didn't drop at all. 7, we have Texas A&M. 8, we have Oklahoma. And now this is where all the outrage comes in at. Alabama is at 9, who didn't drop at all. At number 10, we have Miami. Shout out to the Canes. Shout out to y'all boys. Y'all made it. Cristobal won't get fired after all. And this is where I get angry. At number 11 and number 12, we have
This is where you get angry?
Yes. At number 11 and number 12, we have Tulane and we have James Madison. You can get this foolishness back.
I'm not going to lie to you. You look at the rules and what they wanted for the bracket, they fit the description. They were two with the highest.
Hate it or love it. The underdogs are on top.
Well, yeah, let's address it in order. So Alabama, people are like, oh, why didn't they drop? Why are they still in? They just lost. They just told us that you weren't going to get punished for playing in your championship game.
Absolutely.
Which is why it's still funny that Ohio State has that first round bye. In my opinion, if you are to lose a championship game, I don't think you have your first round bye.
I don't think you should.
But the only thing is, you can't replace them with a team who didn't play in a conference championship.
Yes,
And that's
agree.
where it gets weird.
I
Because
agree.
if you had a conference championship winner, all 4 of the major conferences, in a perfect world, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But you have a situation like Duke. Had Virginia won, I honestly think there's a case where Virginia gets the first round bye because they're conference champion.
But I disagree.
crazy.
I don't think it's crazy, but I disagree because
You have the
all
SEC
season, Ohio State has been the best team. You can't make an argument for it. Ohio State has been the best team all year.
And they lost to the best team in that same conference.
Absolutely.
And then now you have a conference champion in Indiana. You have a conference champion from the Big 12 in Texas Tech, conference champion in the ACC from Virginia and Georgia. So who really messed all of this up? Manny Diaz.
But don't get me wrong. You can't, like Wes said, and what I've been preaching all weekend on Twitter, you can't punish somebody for losing their conference championship.
No, I agree.
That's the main question.
And so I think that brings up an even bigger merit of, do you see teams starting to opt out of playing in their conference championship? Because in BYU's case, they lost and they got dropped out of the playoffs entirely.
You shouldn't not play anymore because BYU wasn't in. They were trying to earn their way in. And then Ohio State didn't get punished. Bama didn't get punished. Bama should have dropped out with 3 losses, but since you don't get punished, it's basically, and they beat Georgia, so it's basically like a draw.
So I wouldn't say you don't get punished because Alabama, it'll be different if Alabama had those 3 losses in the SEC. Alabama has, from the start of SEC play up until now, been the number 1 team in the SEC all season.
Yep.
So with that, you don't drop the number 1 team in the SEC for losing their conference championship game. That's just unheard of. You don't do that. Now, albeit it was a very uncompetitive game.
Correct.
But
3 rushing yards,
again,
-3.
you can make the argument. Alabama can make the argument. We weren't healthy. It just wasn't a good week for us. We were really banged up, and it just didn't work in our favor. So I hear you, but I think we're going to see more cases where teams start opting out to stay healthy, because I feel like if BYU don't play, I think BYU gets in.
They probably would have.
Yeah.
They could have surely got in.
You take into account what team did play their conference championship and then won, and it's like, all right, well, we can reserve that spot for BYU if they don't want to compete? Because then you're looking at things like point spreads, competition, the amount of points that they won by, and how much they lost.
Yeah, I don't know if we should reward a team for skipping out on their conference championship for not competing.
Agreed.
We're gonna put them into the playoffs because they didn't want to compete in their conference championship. They earned their season in their way into the conference championship, and they were like, "I'm good. Just put me in the playoff." Well, I don't know if I want to.
That would be a very bad precedent that happened.
I don't like that precedent at all.
But even then, again, like I can't stress enough, you have situations like their situation. This is a first. This hasn't happened before. But they lost and they're out. But you can make an argument. BYU can make an argument the whole entire season. We lost to if not the, they lost to one of the best teams in the nation twice. You shouldn't hold that against them.
One of the best defenses in the nation.
Absolutely one of the best defenses, and also one of the teams with the biggest payrolls in the nation.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I feel like BYU should feel slighted. I don't disagree with them, but at the end of the day, I genuinely don't think BYU is a top 12 team in the nation. I do think I can name 12 teams better than BYU right now.
So
that's probably
with
true.
that logic, you're comfortable saying that Tulane and JMU are better than BYU?
Absolutely not. I don't think Tulane and BYU.
So then what are we talking about?
That's not the same thing. Those don't go into the same, because they're the conference champions. We don't count them when we talk about these.
And I also believe
they get their automatic bid.
I also believe that Tulane and JMU shouldn't be in the college football playoffs at all.
Okay,
but we'll get to that.
No, because that's the rules. No, we can't just not like it because the team's ugly.
I'm trying
we
to
can't not like it because the team is
understand the logic
in.
here. It's like, yes, they use algorithms, they use like the best team from like conference champions, whatever. In the committee's opinion, these are the 12 best college football teams
best college football teams
in America.
Yep.
So by that logic, BYU isn't one of the top 12. You can't say that and then.
BYU isn't a top 12 team, but I also think Tulane and JMU isn't a top 12 team.
So who do you have over them?
I would easily put Notre Dame in over them.
Okay.
I could put Texas in over them. I could put Vanderbilt in over them.
All right, let's change the way it sounds. It's not the top 12 teams. It is 5 conference champions in the top 7 teams.
Truly how it is.
It's not the top 12. It is 5 conference champions, no matter just the highest ranked 5 conference champions, and then the 7 best teams after that.
So get it into that. I'm glad we brought this Tulane and JMU question up. Have JMU and Tulane done enough this season to legitimately deserve a spot in the college football playoffs?
Yes, they have. It is the rule. They are conference champion and they're highest ranked. Yes.
I completely disagree.
No, if you want to change the rule, fine. But they followed the rule to the letter.
I completely disagree.
They followed the rules. Who will be there? They're the conference champion. This is a bad take.
I don't think so.
I can't read tape.
There's no way. I get the bylaws. I understand the bylaws.
Well, say you want to change the bylaws, not that it's the bad.
But what I'm saying, Wes, what I'm saying is, and you can disagree with me. I don't think you will. But if you put Vanderbilt against Tulane, who do you have winning?
Vanderbilt.
If you put Texas against a JMU, who do you have winning?
Texas.
If you put BYU against Tulane or JMU, who do you have winning?
BYU.
Okay.
But that's not what they're there
But
for.
what I'm saying is, so the best 12 teams did not make it this year.
Correct. I
and
just told you
feel
what-
like we just wasted a spot, 2 spots
No.
on 2 teams that shouldn't be in the college football play.
No.
Y'all know what's bad about this? Tulane played Ole Miss earlier in the season.
They sure did.
Yeah,
They got beat 45-10.
Yeah.
And we've
This
seen
is a first round matchup that we're seeing.
We've seen Georgia just beat Bama, and Bama beat them earlier in this season.
Those are 2 totally different things.
I'm not
It's
gonna lie.
a rematch.
There's no. I know for a fact. How much of a chance do you give Tulane to beat Ole Miss?
Not a very big
I'm
one.
not gonna lie.
Okay, so why are we even bringing up Georgia and Alabama?
Because I don't know why we're acting like, you know the rules. You know why they're in. You're acting like,
I
I just told you, it is not the top 12 teams. It is 5 conference champions.
Just
and the
because
top
those
7
are the
teams.
rules, that doesn't make it right.
Well, say you want to change the rules, not that that is
They
wrong.
still don't need to be in. They do not deserve to be in.
Yes, they do.
At that point, it's the most deserving.
According
We're
to the
not putting
rules-
most
according to the
deserving
rules,
teams
they
in the college
deserve to
football
be
play.
in.
We're not putting the most deserving teams in the college football playoff. It should be the best 12 every single
No,
year.
no.
It should be the best 12.
I don't think so.
If you want to have JMU and Tulane in the college football playoffs, make a group of 5 college football playoffs. That's what it should be.
do
agree with
In no world
That
is
makes-
JMU and Oregon are not playing the same type of football.
That
They're just
disqualifies
not.
the football that group of 5 schools are playing. Because
Why?
if you have your own playoff, that makes it like a double FCS.
No, it doesn't.
I agree.
Yeah, no, you can't.
I-
that takes away from what if a group of 5 school becomes good enough to play in the college football playoff, but they go to the little guys playoff. That's garbage.
Why is that garbage?
And it
Because then they don't get to win a national championship.
They're not going to win a national
But
championship.
if you create a team that is somehow good, if USF, Scott's team, just randomly becomes good enough to compete in the college football, win 3 games. But you got them in the baby playoffs and they steamroll everybody in the group of 5 playoffs?
This is not college basketball. It's not. Stuff like that
I
does
agree
not
with
happen.
you to an extent. I don't know if that's
Well,
happening.
because
Stuff-
I'm not
like-
going to say
stuff like that doesn't happen
it's
in
not going to
college
happen
football.
frequently, but
It's
like,
not going to happen at all.
It-
You don't get too many Boise States. A Boise State versus Oklahoma is not happening.
they put these rules in so people can have Cinderella stories. They could have upsets. They could have storylines.
Why did you bring up Oklahoma versus Boise State?
'Cause
The
Boise-
Fiesta Bowl?
Yeah, the Boise State versus
What
Oklahoma.
What happened just 2-3 years ago? What
Who?
ranked
TCU and
teams-
Michigan?
You can even use not even TCU.
I mean, they're a
Michigan.
Big 12 school.
What team that's in the playoffs right now just went against and beat a top 10 team in a New Year's Six Bowl just 2-3 years ago?
Tulane beat
The
USC.
same Tulane team that's in here right now.
But can we put a
That's the
but
reason
can we,
they're
but
here.
Can we put a pause on that?
What I'm
USC's defense was piss poor.
I get it. But the point that I'm trying to make is it sets a bad precedent. If you are a group of 5 team and you have no control over your conference, it's different level. You're Notre Dame. Notre Dame had any ample opportunity to join a Power 4 conference.
Absolutely.
If you are a group of 5 team because of the location and the size of your school, that's out of your control. All you can do is win the games that are ahead of you and play to the committee's favor, meet all the bylaws and the guidelines. You can't penalize a team for that. That's just a
Yeah.
bad precedent because then that's a money thing. And that has nothing to do with college athletes. College athletes shouldn't be punished because boosters can't raise enough money to put their programs in different conferences.
And then people won't even go to group of 5 schools. because if you go 13-0 and then get snubbed from the college football playoffs, are you going to stay there the next year? If you play good
you're
enough to
gonna
be
go
a
chase
champion,
money.
a 13-0 champion at a group of 5 school, are you going to stay there?
You're gonna chase cheese. You're gonna chase it. You're gonna chase that money, chase that NIL. Somebody's gonna throw you.
Because the money won't come in because they're not in the playoffs. They don't have the viewership. They're not getting anything. Did you watch the Sun Belt Championship?
No.
Okay. So they're gonna.
So are you gonna watch?
No school is gonna make any money in the group of 5.
Are you gonna watch the James Madison versus Oregon game?
Yes.
Yes.
For how long?
The whole time.
Until it's
You're
good.
not-
When
you're
it's
not
good,
gonna
I'm
watch
say
that the entire
When it's
time.
Until it's
good,
competitive.
I'm gonna say it's good. Until it's good.
I'm gonna watch it the whole time.
But that's how you do any football game.
But
I would not
let's-
watch any football game that's uncompetitive. I'm watching a playoff game all the way through.
Oregon and James Madison University is going to be competitive at the coin toss.
Yeah.
After the coin toss, it's over.
I'd have to agree.
It's
Sadly.
over. Same thing with Tulane and Ole Miss. I don't.
But you watched Boise State all the way through, didn't you?
No.
Yes,
I
you
never.
did.
No, I did not.
I like-
promise
Last year
I
you
did.
didn't watch Boise State all the way through.
No, Boise State
Ashton
had
Jeanty-
no chance.
Ashton
I'm not gonna lie.
Jeanty
Boise State
was
went somewhere
absolutely
else. They
putting them
played
on their
somebody
back.
else. They would have.
As somebody that was in the group chat, Tristan definitely turned that game off. I can't lie to you.
No, I have no reason to
I
lie to you.
believe that you turned
That
the game
being said,
off, but most people was like, Boise State might do something. Right
No, I never thought Boise State was going
I
to
do
do
like
a lot of that
Tulane
game. I just knew that defense was too good.
as a
It was
better
really good.
competitor against Ole Miss than I like JMU versus Oregon.
That's not saying much.
But yeah, I don't know.
Oregon and JMU is going to be very similar to what Georgia did to TCU.
Well, I agree, but not every year is there going to be a Cinderella story.
And you know
because
what?
there isn't one in March Madness, and that's easier to do. But you have to have the people, you have to have the precedent so they can get in there, so that one time you'll see the Group of 5 school raising the trophy. And it might not be the national championship, it might be the Rose Bowl trophy, it might be, but like you want the storyline. That's what college football is. College football has always been about storylines. They used to choose what team just based off how it felt to play in a playoff.
Can you just imagine the outfall if they had let both Vanderbilt and Texas in?
I don't think
the SEC
It would have just been pure
backlash.
SEC schools.
You don't even have to put both of them in. You can make an argument that the head-to-head matters. Texas beat Vanderbilt.
Okay.
Texas
Fair.
in, Notre Dame in. Simple. Leave it at that.
Notre Dame should be in the conference. They don't deserve to be in. But
I feel like we're gonna get to that point later.
Notre Dame, join the ACC. You're in it in basketball. The ACC sucks. Just join it. You'll probably win the conference.
We'll get to that. We're actually going to get to that now. So, did the College Football Committee get it right by snubbing Notre Dame, or was leaving the Irish out one of the biggest mistakes?
Miami wasn't. It's not a snub. They won the head-to-head
Miami won
matchup.
head-to-head.
They won 3 out of the 4.
I don't even think that's a question.
They won 3 out of the 4 mutual matchups.
Yep.
We outscored them on offense and defense. We won the head-to-head. I don't understand.
But I think the problem comes in the committee they weren't consistent with that all season, because Notre Dame was ahead of Miami pretty much the entirety of the time after Miami got the second loss.
Right.
And then once conference championship weekend came, they flipped it.
I think people were anticipating Miami to collapse like they did last year.
Which they kind of did.
They did, but they didn't lose another game.
That's fair.
You lost a very questionable game at best to SMU.
And Louisville.
And Louisville.
Louisville I feel like is the only legitimate loss we have on the schedule.
I don't think they missed with snubbing Notre Dame. I think they had the chance to put Texas in over Miami. And I know Texas has the 3rd loss, but if you look at their losses, they lost 2 conference games and 2 of them to top 3 teams.
That Florida loss really hurt.
Florida loss really hurt.
That killed them.
But they lost to Ohio State and Georgia.
I think that.
But that Florida loss.
But Miami lost to SMU and Louisville, 2
but they
unranked
also
teams.
beat Notre Dame.
They did beat Notre Dame. But I'm
also
also
had-
saying keep Notre Dame out.
We also had more ranked wins on our schedule.
Hey, listen, I'm saying the people that Texas lost to were top 3 teams.
I think-
and Florida SEC school.
Go ahead.
And then Miami lost to 2 unranked ACC opponents when the ACC is terrible.
But we
So the
beat
ACC is
4 of
awful.
the ranked opponents.
No, but the ACC is awful. And
Sure.
then you lost to Louisville and SMU.
question.
I think the Texas loss to Florida is very comparable to the Alabama loss to Florida State at the beginning of the season. They're both equally very, very, very bad losses. But at the same time, Bama made up enough during the regular season, especially with that win against Georgia on the road, to where it kind of equed itself out.
But like the thing is though, that Alabama loss was week 1. Week 1
It
and
was week 1. But
and that Texas loss was like in mid-season.
But Texas beat Vandy. I mean, like that's
was that
that's a
game?
top 15
Florida
school.
wasn't at Texas.
They beat
It was at
Oklahoma, a top 10 school. Like
true?
they have good ranked
They do
wins.
have 2 good ranked wins.
And
Very high quality
their
wins.
losses are to top 3 schools in an SEC rival.
I think it would have been a great matchup to see Texas
And it's
versus
a bad
Miami,
loss, but they lost by 8.
But yeah, I think that the committee got it right.
But I also think the way Texas lost to Georgia really hurt them too.
They did get steamrolled a little bit.
Yeah,
They got
I think
steamrolled
that
a little
really.
bit.
If they would have kept it a little bit more close with Georgia, I think you can make a better case for Texas. But because they got steamrolled the way they did, it's kind of like.
So
In my opinion, Notre Dame was correct not getting in, but I do think Texas should have got in over.
So it's Texas and BYU the first 2 teams out, right?
I think so.
yes,
Texas
I
is
think so.
13,
Yes.
BYU is 14.
BYU 12, but because the group of 5,
group of 5,
they got
yeah.
in. So BYU and Texas were the first 2 teams out, and then Vanderbilt followed slowly. And we saw Clark Lee making statements all weekend, literally saying like Vanderbilt deserved the chance to be in. But again, it's not about the most deserving; it's really about the best 12. Now we can make an argument about Vanderbilt being one of the top 12 teams in the nation this year. I wouldn't disagree with that. But again, with the JMU and Tulane move, I just, you got to do whatever.
The head-to-head to Texas really hurts them too.
It does. I think if they don't lose to Texas, they're in automatically.
That could have been
They're only a one-loss team.
Yeah.
So, but even then, I don't think they should have dropped as far as they did after the loss to Texas.
I mean, but like Texas is number 13, and if you put them in over Texas, it doesn't make sense.
This is fair. But Texas also had 3 losses.
Yeah. But we're respecting head-to-heads.
This is fair.
Yeah.
So, moving on to our next question, since we already asked about skipping conference championship games, what should matter more today than college football playoff landscape? A clean record or a brutally tough strength of schedule?
I think it depends who you are.
It does depend on who you are. It depends on what
Because
conference.
anybody can play a brutally hard strength of schedule. Take it Florida. If Florida had won 8 to 9 of those games, we're having the same conversation we're having about Vanderbilt right now.
Absolutely.
They are a great team. They could get in. Maybe a few of those losses they shouldn't have lost. But the way that they lost to their schedule, can't have that. Because now we're punishing teams like a BYU who lost to arguably the best team in college football. Pretty polished record. They lost the same team twice.
No, they did more. They got blew out both times.
Yes.
I think that didn't hurt. That didn't help them either. They got blew out both games.
But outside of that, it's a polished schedule.
Absolutely.
So
Like I feel like the clean records are going to look good for like the smaller schools, but when you're SEC, Big Ten, ACC, you need like kind of that strength of schedule moves, especially the ACC, because if you're playing good non-conference opponents, then you do pretty decent in the ACC,
you're going to see a lot of ACC teams start playing like these SEC schools that are out of conference, because there's no way that you can justify the ACC having a strength of schedule anymore.
Like let's say FSU.
Well, I think Miami normally goes out their way to play a pretty tough.
Miami was a team
they
that started.
play Notre Dame.
Florida State used to do it for a while. They used to play teams that were way out of their conference. Why? Because they knew that the ACC wasn't going to make them competitive
Wasn't gonna be enough.
to playoffs.
It's not going to be enough.
Yeah, I think it's important for Group of 5 schools to have a really clean record. But that's mostly to get to your conference championship game.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you win your conference championship, you're kind of in. So you just have to be the highest ranked Group of
You just
5
need to
schools.
be key ranked.
So for people like JMU and Tulane, it's just like, I just need the cleanest record compared to the other guys. So, I mean, if you're a small school, hey man, every win counts. But if you're in the SEC, Bama has 3 losses right now, and they deserve to be in. So
You just got to do what conference play. That's all it is. All it comes down to.
I think it just depends. I think with Notre Dame being an independent school, I think their strength of schedule genuinely matters, because I think that came back and bit them later on. Not really having a significant win on the season. Their 2 significant big games they played back-to-back, they lost. Now, albeit by a total of 4 points, but a loss is a loss. So
you got to beat somebody.
you got to. I mean, their big wins are Pitt and who? Pitt and who else? Who's the other team?
You could argue Navy, USC.
USC.
Pitt and USC for
USC
sure.
is-
Navy's, come on now.
Navy was
Navy
balling
was
at
good.
that point. in
Navy
time.
was balling. They did knock
Navy
off
was
USF.
being Navy,
but
man. Navy was running their hard to stop offense.
So yeah, I definitely believe that it's going to be harder for some of these schools to have like a pretty clean schedule, like, because you see in the cases of Georgia, most of the time they're coming out of the SEC with 1 loss at least. Even Ohio State, they're coming out. Last year they lost 2 games and still won the national championship. I just think it depends on certain schools. Teams like Notre Dame, they have the schedule smart. I'm not telling you to schedule a bunch of SEC teams and Big Ten teams, but at the same time, being an independent school doesn't do you any favors.
Doesn't know.
because you don't get that extra game to like, oh,
like, playing at Syracuse doesn't help you.
really does not.
Playing Navy doesn't help you at the end of the day. So no matter how
The 70
good,
ball was crazy though.
it
almost
was,
got
I'm
you.
not gonna lie. But I mean, no matter how good Navy is, we're always gonna look at Navy like, oh, that's Navy. Like, it's Navy. And no disrespect to them. Hoorah. No, that's not hoorah. That's the Marines.
I don't know. Midshipman or something.
beat Army.
Yeah, beat
Yeah.
Army. Well, yeah, you get the gist. But
Shout out Navy, man.
yeah, I just think Notre Dame doesn't do themselves any favor. Now,
Just join the ACC, man.
I don't even think they need to join the ACC though.
Who are they gonna join?
They don't have to join. They can just schedule tougher teams. If they schedule,
Join a conference, man. It's not even
No,
hard.
I genuinely think Notre Dame would benefit as athletics program just joining a conference.
but even then, they got the thing in place now where if they finish in 12 or higher, they're making the college football
I
playoff
really don't
automatically
like
now.
that at all.
I don't
really
like it
don't
either.
like it.
I think
don't
it's a
like it.
cop out. Also, speaking of cop out, Notre Dame, I'm very disappointed in you. But opting out of the bowl game, that's low. I don't like that. That's a sore loser mentality.
Because you caused yourself to be in the position you're in. No one made you be independent. No one made you schedule bad teams.
Yep.
So why just play the game?
I was like, I understood why teams like Kansas State and Iowa State don't want to do it because they don't have a coach right now. They're in the process of hiring a coach. But Notre Dame, y'all should have just played that game. Y'all could just get a bowl game, get that extra money, and then call
Absolutely. And I don't know whose decision it was. Maybe it was Marcus Freeman. Marcus Freeman's a hell of a coach. I think he's going to be an NFL coach sooner rather than later. But that's just –
if you're going to be an NFL coach, go ahead and go. Because unless you're joining the conference, what you doing? Unless you're going to go talk to your AD and say, hey, man, schedule me some tough teams. Or, hey, let's go to the ACC because we're in it in basketball.
You're really on that basketball.
He's really on that basketball.
Well, because how are you only in the conference in one sport, bro? That's
football.
dumb.
Every other sport, they're in ACC, but football.
Didn't they play in the ACC championship a couple of years ago?
Notre Dame?
Yeah. Didn't they play Clemson?
No.
Am I tripping?
Was that the COVID year?
I think it was.
That happened?
Yeah, because they only
They
played
played in the ACC championship. What
ACC
happened?
teams that year?
It was because they played Trevor Lawrence. I remember it.
Really?
They played him twice that year. They played him once because Trevor Lawrence got hurt, and that was DJ Ukulele's first
You're
start.
2020
right.
ACC
Yeah,
champions.
Yeah, and they
Notre Dame.
lost. Y'all boys lost in that one, too. Go back to the ACC, get your get back.
34-10.
I'm confused on what happened. Why are they not doing
Y'all
that
dipped
anymore?
in for 1 year and dipped out. I don't know what's going on.
This would have been the perfect year to win it all. Nobody in the ACC would have beat
Yeah,
them.
nobody is good in the ACC right
Maybe.
now, bro.
I mean, well, Miami already beat them. But other than that,
They could have went through the rest of the
Y'all could have beat him on the spin back. They
Dame
could definitely could have beat him on the spin back.
I don't know. CJ Carr got a little bit more experience on his belt, so maybe.
Man, hand the ball off.
Jeremiah Love is a guy.
Hand the ball off.
He is a guy. But moving on, should the college football playoff push beyond 12 teams to a full 16 team?
No,
I'm not gonna lie. If they
bro.
push to something, it's got to be like 20.
It's going to go all the way down to 25, and we're still going to have the same conversation.
Nah, 25 team
I
playoff
say
is crazy.
24.
I'm not
I
gonna
say
lie.
24. Let's do it like FCS.
Unless you're gonna double the amount of buys, you're gonna hurt people. Like you can't have.
I
that
agree
many.
with the
I like
ACS
the- I
format.
like
They
the
have
SCS
to cut
format.
it off. Do you realize we're going to be playing college football past New Year's? Like
That's why they need to
genuinely
start
past
it
New
early.
Year's.
That's why we got to start it earlier.
I don't mind watching college football that long.
Well, that mean you
But
cut the
that's a
conference schedule
drain
down.
on the athletes. That changes up your whole recruiting schedule.
You-
That changes up the coaching cycle.
Yeah, you have to cut down the conference schedule. Yeah, that's the only way.
But then it's like, what's the point of having conferences anymore?
Very fair.
Nah, we gotta keep conversations.
Like I feel like they should
Get
move
out
it
of
up.
hand.
I feel like there should be no week 0, just be week 1 and just go through.
Well,
I
usually
think-
week 0, like only a few people play.
Yeah.
The Ireland game.
We should just
and,
make that just week
I
1.
think we should definitely aim for like more of an NFL format. I don't see anything wrong with that. I genuinely don't. The way we're pretty much aiming towards what the NFL does with paying players and stuff like that. I think we should definitely aim for like an NFL playoff.
So then that just completely delegitimizes college sports.
Why you say that? In playoffs? The playoff format though?
Yes.
Why?
Because that gives more incentive for people to leave to these bigger programs. Now it's just about money. It's about money and exposure, which is it has been for a while for college football. But that takes away, one, the conference aspect of it. Play your conference games. Win your conference. That means something. 9 to 10 wins a season doesn't mean anything now. To go play in the ReliaQuest Bowl in Tampa,
Cheez-It Bowl.
the Cheez-It
Pop-Tart
Bowl,
Bowl.
that used to mean something. The Bowl Mania used to mean something.
Bowl Mania was a time to be alive. I'm not gonna lie. I used to love bowl season. But even then, I mean, you can do it like
Bowls
how
do suck now. Oh my
they
god.
do. Don't even have the same
Especially because
excitement.
nobody wants to play.
Nobody would have played.
Nobody
Like if you
wants to
don't
play.
get in the playoffs, you start opting out and stuff like that. Leonard Fournette and them started that. I hate it. I'm not gonna say I hate them, but they're the reason why that started to become a thing. Leonard Fournette, Christian McCaffrey, all them guys. I remember when y'all opted out. Y'all made that a thing.
Yeah, I know you do, Unc. I was
Get out.
10.
Get out.
I was
Get out.
10 when those guys were doing
You
that.
were not 10 when Christian McCaffrey played.
12?
There it is. I'll give you that. So I mean, but what if you do it more like how college basketball does it, where their conference championship still matters because it helps them with seeding.
I agree. And that's what I was making the point earlier is like if you lose your conference championship game, I still feel like you should be in because you are at the top of your conference. Unless you are a Duke and you're unranked, you have 7 wins, and your conference is that bad where you're the runner-up.
Imagine
you
what they-
shouldn't get a playoff spot.
Imagine
However,
they put Duke in, that would have been sick.
If Duke would have got in, I didn't.
we
I
were
was
having
like,
so much of a
no.
different conversation right now.
Bro, Duke purely just outcoached Virginia. Like that was not like we're more talented. That's not like we just belted.
It was
you
such a
guys.
boring game, though.
It was like we just got you. We're getting touchdowns off of screens. We're getting first downs off of fake punts to the up man.
I think Duke just wanted it more.
Play. It's just the up man.
They didn't want that.
And like he was Menta was throwing goal balls that were all hitting. Like it was just we schemed you guys. Like you said Manny Diaz is the coach?
Yeah.
Manny Diaz just got y'all.
Not a sentence I would ever expect to hear. Like,
like if you watch that game, Manny Diaz just got y'all.
You know what else is crazy? Manny Diaz won a conference championship in the ACC before Miami did.
And he coached for Miami. Yes. He's equally at fault for that. So I can't even say like, man, he got us. No, you were the head coach at Miami for a while too, buddy.
What to get with Duke is nasty. It's very nasty. But look, he got
That
Virginia.
is nasty
Virginia fell for everything.
So moving on to our last question of this segment. Well, just this show. This is like a whole special show, man. Shout out to you guys for doing this, man.
Just put they on the show, you know? Me, because I bring the numbers in. Guys, they haven't put me out at all.
Hey, yo, Val,
I haven't hit YouTube yet. Guys, I've recorded 10 episodes. I haven't hit YouTube yet. Pray for me. I'm not going. This is gonna have no audio or something. Help.
Yeah, this one don't have audio. Yeah, I'm actually gonna blame you because you jinxed it.
I didn't do it, man. I just sit here and talk and bring in views.
So, just the last one for the show. How do you think the round one matchups stack up? Who has the toughest path, and who got the most favorable draw, and which upset is most likely?
I mean, first round we got a bunch of belt going around. JMU,
A bunch
I'm
of
sorry.
belt. A bunch of belt.
JMU, I'm sorry. Tulane, I'm sorry. Miami got a heck of a draw, man. Miami.
Listen. I feel like we wouldn't want it any other way. If we clawed and begged our way to be in here. Hold on. But listen, nobody wants to say, all right, Miami, like you did all this begging and stuff to get in the playoffs. Here, play James Madison. No, that's not the case.
That was
You guys don't appreciate James Madison.
They never would have appreciated James Madison.
We want the grind, man.
So if Texas A&M give y'all belt at College Station, are we gonna be
It's
having
deserved.
the
Some good
It's deserved.
belt.
I will come on here and I will say it was deserved. We played bad. We got in.
But that's a game that
nothing given,
that's in
everything
reach.
earned.
So Miami, if
We
they
have the
somehow
toughest uphill
beat
climb.
Texas A&M, which only has one loss, they go and play Ohio State, which only has one loss. It's the number one team in the country.
And if you're a Miami fan, I guarantee if you're a real Miami fan, that's a game you want to see. Now, I'm not saying we're favored. I'm not saying
that'd
that
be a
we're
good game
going
to
to
watch,
win.
sure. That'd be a
But
good game to watch.
historically,
wanna
that
see
is
that
a
drop.
team that we want to see in the
not
postseason.
wanna
no,
see
Ray
that
Lewis
dribbling.
isn't on the team anymore, right?
That's you see, you speaking of, you don't get it. 2002 national championship.
Oh, y'all got
2002.
beef from back then?
There's beef.
Oh, well,
There's
they gonna
heavy
give
beef.
y'all beating for that beating they gave y'all back then. They gonna give y'all another beating for the day for thinking y'all can even
We
compete with
should
them.
have beat
Sean
Ohio
Taylor's
State
not
in
on the team
2002
anymore,
anyways.
brother.
We got snubbed. We got snubbed from our 6th national championship.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, whatever.
All I gotta say
And
is,
after they run into Ohio State, somehow they beat them. They probably run into Georgia.
So crazy enough, I actually think Oregon got the best draw to everybody.
Yes,
Looking at the
absolutely.
bracket, Oregon plays James Madison University, who they're going to be heavily favored against.
Yep.
And
And
then
Texas
Oregon plays Texas Tech, which I also think they're going to be favored against. And then they'll play the winner of the Indiana, Alabama, Oklahoma game.
that's a good part of the bracket too.
Like
that-
Oregon
that
legitimately
9-8
has
But
an icky shuffle to the
you know what's
championship.
crazy? I think they felt bad for how they did Oregon last year, though, because start to finish,
no.
they were the best team in the college football.
No,
then
Oregon
first
got,
round,
Yeah, they had to
Oregon
see
got where they
Ohio State
deserved
lose.
last year.
I kid you not. I kid you not. How do you look up? How do you get that unlucky where you get Ohio State first round? After you played them once in the regular season, you beat them, and you're telling me you got to play them again in the first round of the playoff?
It is kind
Okay,
of
wait,
annoying to
when
get a
you put it
conference
like
opponent
that.
Like,
first
come
round.
on, bro. Like, how unlucky can we? And we're the number one seed. Why are we playing arguably like the second best team in the nation right now?
That was a rough draw, and they do get James Madison.
Ole Miss
first
doesn't have
round.
an easy road either. I mean, past
Ole
after
Miss-
Tulane,
Ole Miss
Listen,
has
it's
to
a
go
good
against
playoff
Georgia.
this
That
year.
could-
I don't know what
that
all
could
the
be a good
complaints
game.
are
Well,
about, man.
when Ole Miss beats Tulane
Yeah.
by 4 touchdowns,
they got to play Georgia.
Georgia gonna give them belt too.
I don't know why people act
gonna be-
like
I feel
every
like that's gonna be a
playoff
really
doesn't
good
have,
game.
like,
That's gonna
first-round
have to be a
matchups
good
that are
game.
like known. Like the NFL, when the second team plays the 7th seed, that's usually belt. When
That's not all-
when
that's not all the
March Madness is played and the first seed plays the 16th seed, that's usually belt.
Two different things.
Nah, still that's.
Man, we get a lot of upsets in college basketball.
I guess, but it's not usually the 16th seed. It happens sometimes.
It happens. I don't
But
think
it's usually belt.
It's not happening this year in the college football.
So what madness happens?
Nothing. None in the first round.
No,
The
bro.
only
The most madness you'll get is
Just
I don't think it's madness. I
devil's
think
advocacy
Miami.
with
I
me.
think Miami can beat.
Yes, that's not madness.
I don't.
We get
it's
to
not
Marcel
madness at all.
Reed.
If you can get Marcel Reed uncomfortable and get
Yes.
to him and hit him a couple of times, you can beat Texas A&M.
Absolutely.
Now,
But I also
if you
think
give
Marcel
Marcel,
Reed can just make good decisions.
if you
with
give
mine.
Marcel Reed a clean pocket and he running free and he can hit KC Concepcion
can't.
whenever
I'm
he
not gonna
wants,
win.
y'all are going to get the brakes beat off.
We
y'all.
have one of the better defensive backs in the nation.
Y'all got
We
one of the
didn't-
better
we didn't say
defensive
you did
lines
that.
in the nation.
Fine, we
But
got
crystal
some
ball
good
go
DBs.
crystal ball.
and Beck going back.
You know, hey, Beck, if I know
Beck
one
is
thing,
going
Carson Beck is going Carson Beck. And we all know that. He good for a good 3 interception game.
Listen, man.
I'm just glad we're on break because I swear if we beat Texas A&M and we go into this next game, y'all are gonna hate me.
I already do.
you hate a lot of people.
I'm not gonna lie, the game I really do like that first round that could upset the next round. That Alabama OU.
Absolutely.
That's not really. I don't feel like that's an upset.
I feel
for
like
real.
I feel like if OU wins that game, which I believe they are, I believe so.
All right, Eli.
Indiana, they're gonna give them a game, and I'd like them to beat Indiana.
I'm not going to
You
lie.
like them to be
I'm gonna make
Indiana.
that take. I'm gonna make that take.
They
off.
just held Ohio State to 10 points. And
So-
Oklahoma with no offense because John Mateer is broken. Because he got hurt early in the season and now he's not very
That's not the
good.
same job,
I do think they rushed him back a little too quick.
Oh,
They did
absolutely.
rush
rushed
him
him back.
They
He
rushed
missed
him
like
back.
Shouldn't have
3
came back to
games.
Texas.
They
game, I'll
rushed
give
him
you
back for Texas just to get demolished by Texas. And I
Absolutely.
think that messed up.
Not
his
like if
psyche.
he doesn't play that game, it's gonna be a little bit closer.
But I disagree with you a lot. And the reason why I disagree with you is because if you go back and watch that Oklahoma-Alabama game, Alabama outgained them and outplayed them the
Not gonna
entire
lie.
time. But
They won off
Oklahoma-
a pick 6 and good defense.
Oklahoma won the turnover battle. And that was the difference in that game. So if you take away one of those Alabama turnovers, we win.
Yep.
So I think Alabama is after the beating they just got from Georgia. I think they're going to be ready. I think they're going to be amped up. They're going to be healthy.
Do you think Jam Miller would be
That
back?
is gonna be.
I
one.
don't think JMU.
Then you lost. You lost. You have no run game.
Yeah, that's true, but we didn't have a run game. We haven't had a run game all season.
-3 yards though against Georgia.
That's Georgia.
Y'all got to
with
take into
no-
account the sacks. The sacks play a part in that.
I guess, but like,
And a lot of negative yards with the trick plays and stuff like that. Come on, we got to take into account all that.
but like, you have to have barely any yards to get it.
Nonetheless, though, Jan Miller didn't have the best game against Oklahoma the first time. We lost by 3.
Well, if you didn't have a good game against Oklahoma, and then he's not even in. I think it's close because of the injuries.
Fair enough.
And
I
then
think-
Ty Simpson hasn't been playing like.
Ty Simpson has been playing god
Yeah,
awful
so-
these last couple of weeks. Ty,
And
if you're listening
Oklahoma,
to
the
this,
only thing that has been great about Oklahoma is their defense.
the defense
The
has been
defense has been
excellent.
looking really good.
Brent Venables is going to coach defense. We all know that. But, Ty, if you're listening to this, please, as a diehard Alabama fan, I trust in you. Don't disappoint me.
Ty, we beat you week 1. Please do some more stuff like that.
Where's Florida State right now? Y'all got a situation
watching.
with y'all. Yeah, like
watching
quite a
where we
good
are.
job.
Bro, you know it's bad. They turned down a bowl game. They don't even want to see that.
I ain't gonna lie. I know none of them are in.
Yeah, how do y'all turn down a bowl
That's
game you
pretty
don't
bad.
even earn?
That's pretty
I'm
bad.
not gonna lie. They didn't even. They're not even.
listen.
I don't think they're locked in for a bowl game right now. I wouldn't even. I
Listen,
would
we've been
say no.
stinking it up, man.
You turned down the Birmingham Bowl? You think you better than the Birmingham Bowl now?
Everybody thinks they're better
They
than
feel like they
every bowl
bigger.
game
They
right
feel like they
now.
bigger than the program, bro.
Bro, they think they bigger than
After going
Birmingham.
5
We was
to
just
7.
talking about how no one wants to be in a bowl game, and now it's us. Being
And then we
weird.
think that was bullcrap in the first place.
But it's not like we're being weird. We're being the same as everyone else.
Yeah, no.
And
Everybody
like,
else is weird, too.
I don't feel like we need another L on the record.
Y'all were gonna play Georgia Southern.
Yeah, but we gonna find a way.
Well,
We're gonna find a way.
They're gonna play Georgia Southern.
You're going to find a
I mean,
way.
I guess historically.
We were leading the FBS in yards per game and all that good stuff.
Wasn't it like the first 3 weeks of the season?
No, we did that in like 10 weeks into the season or something like that. Like
No, the
were
offense
still,
is moving.
We were
Offense
still leading the FBS in yards per game in like when we were playing. Who was that team we lost to?
Virginia.
Nah, after that. After Stanford, too. After Miami. It was a while into the season before we stopped being a yards per game leader. Like, we were getting a whole lot of yards and not a lot of touchdowns.
All in all, y'all, but
Listen, man. You just lost to Georgia. I don't want to hear it.
fair enough. All right, national champion pick.
Oh man, I feel like it's way too early.
National champion pick.
It's
Let's
tough.
do it. We gotta end the show on a bang.
Man, I think it's gonna be a Big Ten team this year.
It's Ohio State.
I either gotta go Ohio State or Oregon.
Whoa.
Okay.
Not Indiana?
No, I don't think Indiana beat Ohio State
Listen,
twice if they play.
and you know what? And I
What
was
if they
big
don't
on
play
Indiana. I
All-Star?
chose Indiana to win the Big Ten championship. It's hard to
did.
beat a team three.
It's hard to
Best
beat
2 out of
teams
3. I don't know. That's kind of crazy.
But what if they see Georgia? Let's just say
I don't think they
Ohio
beat
State
Georgia.
beats
No, I don't think they beat Georgia.
Okay, that's fair.
Who
That's
you
a
got?
matchup nightmare from top to bottom.
I agree, actually.
I think Indiana with any SEC team is a real bad matchup probably.
Do I want to pick a dark horse or do I just want to pick like
Yeah,
He's
pick
gonna pick
Tulane.
JMU to the chip.
I was
Oh my
not
God.
gonna pick Tulane. I was gonna say like Texas Tech.
Texas
A lot of people aren't talking about them though.
Bro, their
That's-
defense
that's
is
actually a
nice.
viable dark
Their
horse.
defense is nice. Shout out Jacob Rodriguez. Jacob Rodriguez, bro. Shout out him.
If
Nice.
I would say Ohio State.
The only way to take a pick choice and make it 5 minutes.
It's been 32 and a half seconds.
Yeah, that half is crazy. So you got Ohio State?
I'm gonna take Texas Tech. I'm gonna
Okay.
take Texas
You
Tech.
gonna say Texas Tech?
Yeah, dark horse.
That's a crazy graphic.
I'm not gonna lie. Give me all the NFL players on Ohio State. On that defense, give me Ohio State, bro.
I don't want to see Ohio State go back to back.
I don't
They're
want to see
so
Ohio State
But
go.
their
pretentious.
I'm not gonna lie, their team, if they don't win it, I might be pressed.
Their team
I'm
is so
pressed.
tough though.
I don't want to see Ohio State go back.
Like literally, Caleb Downs is gone. He's leaving. He's going pro. Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles, they're all going pro, and they better win this one. They gotta win that.
Look, man, y'all know my pick. Roll Tide, Rammer Jammer, Yellowhammer, give them hell, Alabama. I like us to get hot at the right time and go on a run and win it all and bring it home to T-Town, baby.
Surprise opponent FSU pulls up and beats Alabama again.
All right, guys, and that'll be the end of the show. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Tristan Hutton. Thank you for tuning in to WAC First Strike, our college football playoff special. Not you, Wes. You lost.
Boomer
all speaker
Sooner.
privilege.
Listen, it's any given Saturday. I think some of these playoff games are actually being played during a weekday. So any given, team that's better on the field. Don't be surprised if you see some crazy upsets. But we called it here first.
Go Red Raiders.
No.
Go Red Raiders, 'cause that'd be
You're
cool.
You're done speaking.
What do you mean?
You're done for today.
I'm the face of this show.
That's enough.
I gotta say,
Elijah?
Tristan, Boomer Sooner.
Okay.
Y'all going in that house.
Hey man, that guy said CeeDee Lamb over
Boomer
Smitty.
Oh yeah, yeah. He said CeeDee Lamb over Smitty, so I'm not taking him serious.
over Devontae Smith, Heisman
Boomer
winner.
Sooner.
But nonetheless, though, we out. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to our college football playoff special, and we'll see you after the playoffs.
Peace.